That's the perfect segue because now we can argue all day about Drake and Kendrick. At least they're writing and they're getting other writers to write.
Right.
Now we're entering to a world where we have the magical AI.
Oh shit.
And it is taking over the music industry as it's taking over many other industries.
Yeah.
And it's going to change the game forever like it already is. I have mixed feelings and thoughts about it. I'm sure you do as well.
Yep.
So let's temperature check. How do you feel about it?
Are we just talking about AI as a whole in general?
We're talking about musicians using AI to make music.
I think it's gonna start sounding the same. I'll give you an example. Side note profession here. I'm a professor at a community college. And I say that because on one of the assignments, like I teach an intro to college course.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the assignments for like the young kids coming in is they have to like produce a cover letter for like a fake potential job.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's cover letter sounds the same because they're just going to ChatGPT and be like, how do I make a cover letter for this, that, and the third?
Yeah.
And so I can see how it's formatted. Dear hiring manager of da-da-da-da. I'm like, everyone's thing sounds the same because they're using AI. I only bring that up to say because I think with music, if you only rely on AI, it's going to start sounding like that. It's just going to start sounding redundant. I think for getting ideas to talk about, I have no problem with that.
Right.
But I think you lose a lot of soul and feel of the music when it doesn't come from your own heart and your own experiences.
I want to agree with you so bad, and I want to agree with you, and I want that to be true in the future to help slow it down a bit.
Yeah.
I've listened to some of the AI albums that have came out,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds soulful. It sounds from the heart. It sounds like real experiences.
Because people are using, like, writing the words, they're just getting a vocal.
I don't know if that's true. I don't believe. I know it's been a couple of people that I've listened to. One of them being the girl I think you're talking about, which is something Connections.
Little shorty from Memphis. I think she got signed by somebody.
There were two albums that I listened to all the way through that were both AI. One person is Coco Expressions,
Okay.
and she was pretty good. And she came out and did an interview and kind of talked about it and said, "Hey, I write it. I can't sing, so
Yes,
I allow them to
that's
sing."
I think that's the young lady from Memphis. I think.
Okay.
I think that's where she's from.
So,
and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's
with her, I could hear. After a while, I could kind of hear that it was AI because it did sound like so many other artists, and it didn't have some of the raspiness or some of the like distinct sound, but it also sounded really, really good. Mm-hmm. But then I heard Exani Monet, Xaina.
I know about that one. Yeah.
And obviously she has the album Unfolded, and I was listening to that this morning to prepare for this, and I was like, this sounds like it could be one of the top R&B albums of the year. And I knew we were pretty far with AI, but I didn't know we were that far. And it surprised me to the point, and we're going to talk about just how we feel and how much people should be able to use it. But I was just like, if this person can't sing and they're not writing and they're not really producing, and this is all through prompt engineering, then the music industry is in trouble.
Yes. I think you're correct on that. I think the music industry is in trouble. I think if you're going off of that, the labels have already started losing money. I don't think though where it'll help out is, are we getting rid of the in-person music experience? Because if you're only relying on AI artists, they're not going to be able to tour.
True.
They're not going to be able to, unless you do.
That's a great point.
Now, did you ever have a rock phase growing up?
Yes, I did. Shout out to MTV.
All right. Do you remember the band called the Gorillas?
Yes, I do.
Man,
yeah. I still don't know what they look like.
That would be the only way. Yeah, that would be the only way AI touring works.
Right. Did they? Because they would just have a big old screen. Yeah, they would have a big screen.
But they would be there.
And they would be behind the screen.
They would just be playing behind the screen.
Yeah.
And so like,
But here they wouldn't be able to play. Like you don't have to learn. You don't have to know how to play the piano, the guitar. You don't have to learn how. None of that. You can just get different loops and chords and make them yourself. And like you don't have to have the skill and talent that you learned back when you 5 years old in your guitar class no
see,
more. It's freaking me out a bit.
I think a little bit too. Someone said this, like the music game has been always the tech game,
Absolutely.
and technologies as it's increased, we've already seen a lot of musicianship kind of fade to the side. Originality in musicianship is still a wonderful thing. It's way better than a loop or just a sample, but because the loop and the sample had to come from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
However the case may be, though, it seems like with AI right now, we're trying to take over the whole process of artist, feel, look, and all that, and just curate this online experience. Now, I do think with AI, which is gonna kind of screw everybody up, is the business. The business is already and I was saying this earlier. The music business is already taking a big hit. Labels are doing layoffs left and right. It's not that as much money coming in. Artists aren't signing like that anymore. So if the labels take that money and start putting it into AI and just start curating artists in house, we're screwed. Because then at that point, that 1% is just gonna stay that 1%.
Yeah. And there's not money in music anymore like it used to. One, because of streaming, you're not selling units. So then we're relying on merch and tour. You
And,
can't tour the AI artists unless you do a creative. They'll be able to do it. Every problem that we're going to talk about with AI is going to be solved within the next couple of years. So they're going to be able to tour, whether it's a holograph or whether it's a screen. They're going to be able to make it more authentic. They're going to be able to differentiate sound because there's been so many singers for the history of music that you can pull and become a master prompt engineer to make it sound exactly how you want to.
right.
So I don't see there being a problem with AI that can be stopped, but I want there to be one too. But I'm also okay with using AI for certain things. I think it's a line for me.
Well, yeah, because like that's the technology part.
Right.
That's the technology part. Like I think there's a way for it to help. I remember like I think it was a Baby Chief Do It said he uses AI to help him out with his raps, and I was like, you have to be very specific when you say a line like that because are you saying that Chat GPT is writing your bars, or are you saying Chat GPT is giving you your topics? I'm okay.
You talking about writing? I don't think topics. If you need help with well, just live life. But I feel like people not just ChatGPT too powerful to stop at the topics. You get the topic, okay, write me 10 versions of what my first hook can be. Okay, make it more hood, make it more street. Okay, make it more inspirational. Okay, make it. You can toy with it so much that you don't get on there and just stop at topics and then start doing the
Right.
manual yourself. I don't think so.
But what I'm saying is like, and that could be true, but I'm saying like this is what's starting to happen now, and Baby Chief Do It is what 18.
He hard too.
17.
He hard.
Is he hard? Or is it AI?
Even if it is AI.
Now, yeah, you can't fake the performance stuff when he did the little.
Yeah. I'm about to say he got some. He got some. It feel that's what whatever he's doing. I feel like he's on the other side of my line where I'm still okay with it. Where it's like, okay, I'm even okay because I mean you can use writers, so I guess I'm okay with people using AI for writing. It hurts me that I feel like producers are about to be out of a job because it's like, what do you need a producer for that you got to spend all this money for that's super technical when you can have a prompt engineer that can make you a beat in a lot less time? I'm not saying in 2025 or 2026, but 2027.
But I'm saying though, a prompt engineer could get you a cool beat, but it ain't nothing like a good old Pharrell pack. I'm gonna tell you a producer that's killing it right now. That Chief Keef as a producer, he got the Phonem radio tag. He got an artist named Lil Nar, I think is his name, like
Okay.
GNAR. I don't know if it's Gnar, but I'm gonna say Nar because that seems like the G is sound.
Right.
He got a song called "Welcome to the City." That beat came on. I was like, I wish AI would make a beat like that. I wish AI would make a beat like them with them drums on it like that, boys.
All you're going to have to do is plug that same beat into the ChatGPT.
Yeah, and it's going to deconstruct it and put it back together.
And put it back together. Make it different. You know, back in the day, I mean, they used to have the plagiarism test. And I think what one of the solutions There's a couple things to think about as far as solutions, because I don't want to complain too much about it.
Mhm.
One solution is obviously regulations around it, but the thing about law is that it's always behind. It's not proactive, it's reactive. So if things are going to happen, it's going to have to get out of hand, and the regulations are going to come after to try to reel it back in.
Right.
The other thing is just creating a separate category for AI artists, for AI producers, tagging it as AI product, but we have to have very good technology to be able to detect, because right now I think people are relying on the users to kind of say, hey, this is AI, hey, but if they just lie and say it's their own, then we have no way of telling.